Welcome to another episode of That Arrow Show. Tonight's episode, Bratva. We're going to get into the good, we're going to get into the bad, and we're going to get into the Laurel. Alright, so this week, Oliver and company head over to good old Mother Russia to put their foot in Diggle's old enemy's ass and get revenge. But Oliver is confronted by his past in the Bratva. So, anybody got any good?
I love this episode. This episode was lit. I mean, my favorite vegetable is the turnip, and that's all they had. Everybody was on 10 this episode. It was so many goods. Let's get into my very first good.
Okay.
First of all, Lance is back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was hoping he'd have the alcohol. Like, I hope he'd have the bottle with him, but I understand growth and development.
Yeah, we were past done with that when, I think they went one episode over as far as the drunk Lance shit.
But my favorite duo tonight was Lance and Wild Dog. Mm-hmm. They looked like they could have had their own buddy cop movie called Drunk and Dusty. Mm-hmm. It would have been amazing.
And considering Wild Dog has been kind of shaky, annoying-wise lately, like it was good for them to, turn him around and push him forward.
The fact that he wasn't doing any fighting did him some good. We actually got to, know him beyond a one-trick pony.
He put down the burner and picked up a suit. It was
this was a pair that I didn't see coming.
Yeah.
As far as liking in a way.
I even liked how they showed us like at the end, because the entire episode I'm sitting up here thinking to myself and saying it out loud that, it's gonna come out that Wild Dog's dad was an alcoholic and he's just being hard on him because he reminds him of Daddy. Nope, nope, that's not what it was at all. Turns beat cop, he stopped him from tagging a wall, and instead of throwing him in jail like all other minorities, he decided, let me talk some sense into this little man and let him go about his day, and that changed him.
Diggle.
Diggle.
amazing.
What the hell?
You want to tell you what that was? He spent way too much time in jail. He had flashbacks about trying to come for his cornbread, and he's like, no.
You could tell, especially with the torture scene where okay.
You take Diggle torture, I'll take Oliver.
Yeah, the Diggle torture was amazing. Like, that man literally looked like a punching bag. Like, I don't know. No, like, I'm serious. Like, I thought he was training up for Creed 2. All Creed up. Like, literally.
Or Creed 2, Assassin's Creed.
Like, that was fucking amazing.
At one point, the guy was like, yo, please stop. I'll tell you anything. And he's like, I don't speak Russian. I'm speaking English though.
But what made that scene for me, besides Diggle's performance, is the fact it hints at another like that I have for the episode, and that was the stunts and fight choreography were back on point.
Yeah,
all of them.
Yes, they were.
They weren't 100% perfect, but it was a far cry from last week when Oliver was hanging off a helicopter looking like a fucking goober.
Looking like a diehard asshole.
Yeah.
All right, before we leave the torture, this was pure comedy gold. The Russian guy is tied up in the basement. Oliver comes in like he just came in from the jog from the suburbs.
Okay, just give me a sip of water. Torture time.
He didn't even warm up to it.
You went straight into Saw mode.
You like that? You like that, boy? You like that? This is gonna be your face.
It was good, but he could have turned up so much more.
Yeah, he could have.
Like what you said, he should have came in there, put a clamp on one of his balls, and then the guy could have been like, I'll tell you anything. Just what do you want to know? And he just leaned in and whisper, I want nothing.
Mine are good. Nothing too much to call home about, but I still liked it. The real Black Canary really proved proved her worth this week. She has done more than Laurel has ever done.
Oh my God, she's smart. She's actually sexy, like my penis moved. She has some wisdom about her. She has some street smarts, and she's down for the fight.
Even like the pep talk she gave Oliver when they was in the car. As far as scenes that she had in the episode, she had the least, but the real Black Canary took those things and made the most out of them. Yeah, and if you notice, like when Diggle wasn't around, she was always at Oliver's side. Like it was literally a case of this is my number 2 when Diggle not around.
And she had no qualms about it. She was like, we about to get dirty? All right, let's get dirty.
Exactly. She didn't question shit. She was like, okay, we going to Russia. We whooping some
She a
ass.
ride or die chick. She ain't got no baggage, you know, and you know she can. I actually tell Oliver, hey, yo, you line crossing. They told me you was a habitual line crosser, so I'm just telling you stop habitually crossing this line.
Which brings me to another good. The Anatoly pulled Oliver's whole car. He bitch slapped Oliver in front of his entire crew.
It was almost so for her. It was like so surreal that at one point I really thought, I think this is just how they greet each other. But Oliver keep holding his face. I don't think he was expecting it.
Oliver was like, I guess tonight's the night bitches need to die.
And that's all you was like, come with it,
because Oliver was like, in front of my people. And like, had the Arrow crew turned around and got back on the plane, I would have been like, ain't nothing you can do.
I do want to add about his character because I feel like, you know, this episode did him some good. I guess when you're not in a flashback, we actually pay attention to what you got to say. You know. And that's not to say the flashbacks were horrible tonight. I mean, they were decent.
My good before we leave off of the goods. I like where Felicity was going with this episode.
Oh my God.
Because we talked about this last time that, you know, maybe this Pandora situation might not go anywhere, but she used some more blackmail information from the hacker stuff to get what they needed.
And
tag me in real quick. Tag me in.
One black inside.
Yo, that dress, son.
the red one.
The black one tonight.
With the fur?
She went from
when they went and go scoop homeboy.
Yeah, she went from techie to sexy in a heartbeat.
She looking like mob wife.
I'm talking about
Tag me in on that a little bit because I hate to deviate off of Felicity, but we got to talk about someone else that was in that mob scene too. Mr. Terrific didn't embarrass himself tonight. Like he was I really felt, who's the director of this episode? Because he knew how to take the team that they went to Russia with and use them all, well, almost all of them, use them all to the best of their ability.
So the director of this episode was done some stunt, mostly a stunt director.
Well,
so that's probably why you like this episode.
Yeah, the stunts were good. He needs to do more. Like he needs to do all of the Arrow episodes actually.
Let me say something about Felicity real quick. And her subplot for tonight. This is what I was more looking for last week. Cause last week it was, and I guess whatever they needed to get there. Last week was kind of silly, and it was kind of bringing me out of it. And it was like, okay, Herbert Dirt, this is just something they need her to do. This week it was like crucial. Like they wouldn't. The rest of the episode doesn't happen without Felicity doing what she did, because everybody was crossing lines this
what line?
Do lines exist?
They were hot tossing all over this.
But the thing is about that though, Oliver needs to realize is there are certain lines that they have to cross that he can't cross.
Exactly, like he can't just cross every line.
You know, I realize what he wants from them and whatnot, and that's a noble thing. Which by the way, even Oliver was written fairly well this week for this episode. For him to even bring something up like that about not wanting them to go dark or whatever. So we're done with the goods.
And even though we really like this episode, really liked this episode, does not mean it didn't have its flaws. So, anybody have any bad for this?
I think he needs to take this. And we'll just tag off of, because we're all thinking the same thing. Go.
I've been saying this for the longest. Rory has served no purpose, and that they had to get rid of him if they weren't going to use him properly.
You said that.
And credits to them, but that was kind of a slack ass way to do it. Trying to pay a homage to what city did he come from?
Haven Rock.
Haven Rock. With him, I guess this is redemption for Haven Rock, even though this should have been Felicity's redemption for Haven Rock. That was a piss poor way of getting with a ragman, of using a nuclear explosion to take him out the fight. And the fact that you had a motherfucker on your team who could stop a nuke with motherfuckers with burners and arrows is what really grabs my balls in a twist. Tag you in.
Yeah. So let's get on to let's get into this. First of all, you stood around. I'm talking to you, Rory. You stood around and did nothing the entire episode. All you did was look pretty.
Even Curtis had something to do this week.
Exactly.
Curtis was useful. Literally, up until you made your sacrifice, Rory literally did nothing. They just had shots of
he did
him
do
walking
something.
next to some Felicity.
He did do something. He dry snitched.
I was gonna
forgot
get to
about
that. That was like, fuck you. First of all, assertive is.
Oliver had to run in there. Yo, Diggle. Inmate 5236.
Literally, the way they ended the conflict by him stopping it was very convenient you were there. That the one time they decided to bust out the CG for you was the final episode that you're gonna be in for a long time.
My bad for this episode. Has anyone put out an APB for Thea?
She has been. Now it's glaringly noticeable that she's been missing. Alright guys, so we're about to get into the laurels, but I want to say, before we get into the laurels, we almost had our first episode without a laurel until the end.
That's right. Oliver could not keep it in his pants for 2 or 3 episodes because he had to bust down Skeletor.
And the fucked up part is the real Black Canary was standing right there.
Even Felicity was like, "Did you and Dinah
Yeah.
Alright guys, that's it for another episode of That Arrow Show. Be back with us next week. Looks like we're going into, I don't know what, Menace to Society Part 2. This might be Wild Dog centric. But anyway, like and subscribe. Check out our other content. We just put up a brand new episode of I Got the Runs just last night. Check us out over there. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter.
We're not on 4chan.
Yes, we are. But we're also especially on YouTube. So everybody, peace.